What's going on, everyone? This is ODC. It's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Star Wars Black Series Guavian Enforcer. This is from the Force Awakens movie, and this is a part of Wave 2 with the Black Series Force Awakens. And this is another character we pretty much don't know anything about. So it's going to be kind of tough to give you any sort of backstory or anything. I mean, I can pretty much read what's on the back, and that's pretty much all I know. I can give you my guess as to who this is, or who he works for, or whatever, but that's pure speculation at this point. So, but looks really cool in this window box. I really do like this design. It might be a little bit more modern, but really we can't judge. We really shouldn't judge the character. I know a lot of people are kind of beating this guy up before we even see the movie or know anything about them. But it comes in this nice window box display. There is a nice photograph of the character down below as I try to fix my lighting because I am just shining all over the place. And now I'm singing, which I'm probably annoying everyone with. But here's the photo of him. Here's the figure inside. On the other side it says Figure 8, Guavian Enforcer. And it says, the security soldiers of the Guavian gang wear high-impact armor that makes them stand out among other deadly criminals. So there's that. That's the only thing that we know about these guys. They pretty much work for some sort of gang lord, or we don't really know, pretty much. I mean, they could be working for a hut. Who knows? We don't know. I don't even know what, Guavian, Guav, I have no idea. Is that a planet? We don't know. So, is that a town? We don't know. Is that a city? We don't know. We pretty much don't know shit. So, let's just get to the figure inside and we'll take a closer look at him. Be right back. Okay, and we're back with the Guavian Enforcer out of packaging, and I have to say this is a really nice looking figure. A lot of people for some reason were saying that, oh, it looks like Deadpool. No, besides the colors, I don't think it looks anything like Deadpool, to be honest with you. So, I don't know, I'd say that's kind of a bad assessment, but that's just my opinion on the matter. If anything, he looks a little bit more like, I don't know, and I don't really think he looks much like that, but I think it looks maybe closer to Red Hood than he would Deadpool, but that's just my opinion, whatever. I think he kind of looks like what he's supposed to look like, so I'm not going to really say, oh, he looks like this, he looks like that, because he's not supposed to look like them, but that's just the way I think, so. He looks pretty cool, and he does actually have a lot of paint detail going on, which is really just nice, and that's why I really just love these. I'm trying to loosen up his leg right now. It's just not wanting to do that. It's not work with me, not against me leg. There we go. Okay, just trying to loosen up the joints here. Loosen them on up. Don't be afraid to loosen your figures up. They're not gonna break, and if they do, call Hasbro. Here's the first gun. It looks almost like a some people were saying a Tommy gun. It almost looks like, I wouldn't say a Tommy gun, just because it has a drum on it doesn't mean it's a Tommy gun. I would almost say like a grenade launcher. So probably closer to some sort of grenade launcher, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion, especially with the big barrel right there. But there is some gray shading going on, gray dry brushing, I should say, going on. This is just kind of like a dark gray plastic, but then there's like a silver wash going over it, and that is going on with both guns to give it a kind of a more of a realistic look. I do dig the little shooter holes right there, so that's pretty cool. And I'm assuming this is some sort of a blaster pistol. It is a very long pistol for being a pistol. I mean, it's almost as, I'd say, from the handle to the snout. It's almost as long as the grenade launcher, I'll just call it. I mean, we don't even know what the hell this is, but so. But both really cool accessories. You can hold them in both hands. And if you want to have him hold it, you can have this one. Actually does have a pistol grip on that hand. This one is just a gripping hand. So if you want to have him hold it in this one, and maybe you could have him kind of, you know, I was hoping you would hold that handle. Well, I guess if you open up this hand a little bit more, you could have him hold it like so. So if you get multiples of this guy like I did, you could have one holding one gun, one holding the other. So no big deal there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But he can hold this gun in this hand as well. So no issue there. He just doesn't have a trigger finger. So can hold it. I hold this gun as well. Like I said, it looks a little bit odd because he doesn't have a trigger finger, but he still will hold it if that's all you're going for. He does have this nice belt going around. It's kind of like a ammo pack, it looks like, which is kind of strange for a Star Wars. I guess not really, because they do. I guess they do wear. No, Boba Fett did. Pretty much most of the bounty hunters did, and even the stormtroopers did have, you know, ammo packs and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say that's out there. I wouldn't say that's changing so much, making so much modern. So the other characters did have some sort of ammo pack. I don't have a problem with it either. But really nice sculpting is a separate piece, as well as this. Actually, this looks like it's glued on, so you can't really get too much. I mean, it's a little bit pliable at the corners, but other than that, it's pretty much just on him. So there's that. He does have some nice tubing going on, connecting to his knee. Maybe he had some sort of knee issue. We don't even know. I mean, this guy could be a friggin' android for all we know. He could be an android or a robot, or I have no idea. I'm assuming that this might be a mask, but I almost want to say that this could be some sort of android or something like that. Especially with the tubing going to the knee. I don't know. Maybe it's like some sort of cyborg person or something like that. But this head doesn't really look like it could fit a human head in it. But we're also talking about Star Wars here, so expand disbelief. He does have a kind of a battle damage going across his face here, and a little bit of it on his chin, I would say. But here is a close-up of the face. Sorry. There's the chin. That's what I was talking about there. Not so much on the other side, but there's the back of the head. Okay. So, as far as his articulation goes, his head does do a full 360 rotation. It can look up. Really good range of motion looking up. Really good range of motion looking down. He does have a head tilt. And we got some job turkeys up in here. So there it is. And his arms do go up. Good. Really good range of motion with the arms going up, down, full 360 rotation. He does have a single bend at the elbow, which does go a little bit past 90 degrees, and a swivel at the elbow as well. Swivel at the wrist, and a hinge going in and out. And he does have the he does have the diaphragm joint. Doesn't really want to crunch too much. It does a little bit forward, but not too much. Mostly swivels at a full 360, and no waist swivel. He does have the T-jointed hips, which go out and forward and back. A little bit hindered. You kind of have to get this leg to go out because of the sculpting of actually the pelvis here, and then you have the sculpting of the leg kind of getting in the way with the pelvis, so it kind of has to, he wants to kick, and he wants to kick outwards, so but it does work. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. I wouldn't put too much pressure on this tubing. It might break, so if you're going to go double jointed, I would probably try and do the full range of motion with the other side as opposed to this side, putting a lot of stress on that tubing joint right there. So it does have the ankle hinge, which goes back and forward nicely, and an ankle pivot, and 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So overall, I would say that this is a really nice figure. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by just a Trooper figure. Been really happy with all the Trooper figures in general, and they've all just looked really well, especially the First Order Stormtrooper. I'm really pleasantly surprised. And now Troopers are falling over on my shelf over there. But here he is standing up next to a First Order Stormtrooper. They bumped the friggin' camera all over the place. So he is a little bit shorter than a First Order Stormtrooper, and I'm standing him up all the way. So Stormtrooper's got him by a little bit, but not too much, so he's not too short. Like I said, there's not really much I can say about this guy because we haven't seen the movie yet. So, I don't know. Maybe after the movie comes out, I'll do another review. But who knows but what characters we'll get by then. So really cool. Like I said, he does have a really nice black wash going throughout all of his red on his body, and it really brings out the kind of rough exterior that he has for his suit. He does have some painted red lines going throughout his suit and on his pads on the side of his arm. Not on this arm though. I'd say there's some paint detail on this gauntlet, but not on this one. The tubing is painted. This little apparatus is painted as well. And some paint right there on the ammo packs. On the back portion, we have some black paint going throughout the back of the boots, which looks really good. I just think overall this is a really nice figure, and I'm very happy to have it. So definitely going to keep arm building this guy. I mean, who knows how many Guavian Enforcers we'll see. Maybe they're there for 2 seconds. We did actually see them in the trailer, I believe. They were in there for 2 seconds. I believe there were like kind of like 2 of them running down a hallway. So I do have 2 right now. My plan is to get 4 and then call it a day. Just like my plan is to get around 5 or 6 First Order Stormtroopers. That's about it. Call it a day there. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I would definitely recommend you getting this. Oh, and one thing I wanted to point out that I actually just realized, this side actually does have a up and down swivel, kind of similar to the Jedi. So it's better for aiming. So when he's holding his gun, you can, you know, aim it up and down if you want to. So that's really nice to point out. I wanted to point that out. But like I said, I would totally recommend this figure. I mean, even if you don't like Star Wars, this is just an overall, just a really pretty decent figure. Not the best range of motion in the torso. Not the best range of motion with the legs going forward. It's a little bit awkward. Like, this is his legs going, that's awkward. Like he's giving birth. But I think detail-wise and sculpt, he's pretty well done. So overall, yeah. Recommended. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.